Hey guys, it's Pat from Pat's Brewery and it's time for a beer. The mother-in-law got me this bell, ring for a beer, and my wife straight away said, that's going out in the bar, because you know that if you start ringing that in the house, you ain't getting nothing. So that's where it is. So we are having a beer, and what beer are we having? Well, this beer is a stout, brewed just short of 4 weeks ago. So this is not the first pint I've poured of it, but probably the first full pint that I'm going to be properly reviewing. This is the first beer from a series of beers that will be leading up to a little summer thing that we happen to be doing every year. Some of you may know about it. A little bit windy out there today. Now, not too much of a head, but that is thick. That, you know, that is just the densest head I have seen in a long time from some of my beers. Let's come up and give you a view. So, yeah, black as anything, and lovely dense, thick head. Pretty sure people have said that about me. So, what is this beer? Well, shall I go with the name first? So this is my Mound Stout. Now, if you're wondering what the hell is a Mound Stout, well, do you know Bounty bars? Coconut. Everyone likes a coconut stout. I didn't just want to call it like a Bounty Stout, and I went, you know, where did Bounties come from? Because that's a brand name. It turns out there used to be a thing called a Mound bar. I'd never heard of it, but there's also a load of recipes that you can find online for homemade Mound bars, and it looked interesting. So, Mound Stout. So that's what it is. So, spoiler alert. This has coconut in it. Actually put in some effort and wrote down the recipe here. So it is the base recipe for a stout that I've used before. I've used it in a few of my milk stouts and bits and pieces, but there's no lactose in this one. What we got? We got extra pale, we've got chocolate malt, light crystal, roasted barley, flaked barley, and special B. Regards to percentages, it's about 74% pale, then it's 5% for everything else except for the special B, which is 3%. Now, it's like 5.5s and 3.5s and 74.5 and stuff like that, but that's roughly it of what we've gone with. So that's the base grist. That's nice. So I just started drinking it without actually going into it. I mean, it's funny because it's really creamy, almost the sort of creaminess that I'd almost expect from something that has had lactose added into it, but it has not, absolutely not. But something I did put in that is a little bit different to the normal stouts with regards to this space is I added 250 ml of honey at 10 mins remaining on the boil. I was looking at a couple of brewing books and a few of the more modern recipes. A lot of them had things like adding maple syrup to the boil, and I think on the Hop Edition podcast a little while ago, I think it was Small Batch Brewing. He said that he was adding honey to a lot of his beers, and I was like, oh, why not? So yeah, I found 250ml. It's probably actually just a drop in the ocean, really, but so I could probably go higher with that. Obviously, honey is quite high in the fermentable, so I don't know if that's adding anything necessarily to the flavour, but there's that. Regarding the hops, very simple hopping. We done 30 grams of Challenger at 60 minutes, which gave us just short of 8 IBUs, I think. And then 15 minutes East Kent Goldings. No, it was 10 minutes remaining on the boil. East Kent Goldings, 15 grams. There you go. And I wouldn't really say that it's particularly showing that much, but this beer is not about the hops. So I did a flame out, and the flame out was with 100 grams of coconut, and yeah, it was just turn off the element, throw in the coconut, and then start the cool down. I still think it was probably in there for a good, let's say 25 minutes to half hour before I started transferring it into the fermenter. So, and then transfer time into the fermenter. So yeah, let's say that there's about 45 minutes contact time on the 100 grams of coconut. It was toasted coconut flakes. I chose the flakes because I've used desiccated coconut in the past. I just found it's too oily. I mean, the head retention on this hasn't been great, but I absolutely know that using desiccated coconut is just so oily and it gets right into the actual beer. I've had that a few times when I've used coconut in the past. For do people remember brewing the coconut shy PA? That used to be quite a popular one, didn't it? So yeah, on one of the instances where I done that one, desiccated coconut, ruined the beer. But yeah, and then dry hopping, 500 grams of coconut after the first week of fermentation, so about a week's contact then before kegging. Now I was also meant to add in 200 grams of cocoa nibs at the same time. I forgot, so that didn't go in, but that was intended. But actually I don't think we're missing anything there. No, I think that's a pretty good beer. I mean, we've got a while before this is going to be served en masse, so I'm hoping a little bit more time in the keg, mature a little bit. I reckon this is on for a winner with regards to a nice. It's kind of sweet, but it's not a sweet stout. Maybe be classed as I can't call it an American stout because yeah, that would require American hops, but it's definitely not dry. Definitely not dry. So maybe it has to be a sweet stout. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, that's my beer. While we're here having a chat, do you like my shirt? It is a Anglian Craft Brewers Homebrew Club shirt. Brewer on the back. I promised the club I would wear this in the next video that I recorded, and So here it is, and yeah, we've got a event on the 17th of May. I mentioned it last year, and it's like it's a beer festival where we've all brewed. Well, I think there's 15 of us have brewed a beer, and funds are going to charity. It's being held at the Vic Inn in Colchester. It is a ticketed event, so people can't just rock up, sadly, on the day, because, well, last year we actually ran out of beer. So yeah, it's a case of it's an event I'm looking forward to, and if people are interested, phone the Vic in Colchester and see if they've got tickets, and yeah, go with that. What else? What else? It seems like I'm rushing this video a little bit. It's a case of the wife's popped out to feed her friend's cat, so I thought I'd quickly come out here and do a video. And I'm really going to try and make sure that I don't need to do too much editing, so that I can get this this video out for Saturday morning. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm happy with this beer. Needs to maybe mature a little to give it a little bit more. Not sure if the honey's adding too much, but I'm not necessarily getting the honey. But yeah, overall, pretty happy. So, till next time, guys, it's been Pat from Pat's Brewery. Cheers.